If the function is Fourier, if the function is frame, then the measurable set is said to be frame wavelet set. And in this case, the Lamé measure of the frame wavelet set is less than or equal to 2 pi. In particular, if the frame wavelet set is has measure equal to 2 pi, then the frame is called wavelet, and the frame wavelet set is called the wavelet set. Let H be a closed subspace of L2R, then it is said to be reducing subspace if function f has dilation and translation invariant in that space. That is f of 2 to the power m minus L for m and L in Z. This function also belongs to the same space. A characterization is given as a closed subspace H is reducing subspace if and only if H cap is equal to L2R dot characteristic function on a subset E of R, where E has the property E is equal to 2 pi, where H cap is the collection of all Fourier transform of functions in H. For E is equal to 0, infinity, the reducing subspace is the Hardy space. And if E is R, then the reducing subspace is the L2R itself. A function psi is said to be H frame wavelet if psi jk forms a normalized type frame for the closed subspace H. And in the same manner, the frame wavelet set is also defined. Now we define some more words used in this paper, which is alpha translation congruent. Let E and F be two measurable subsets. Then for alpha positive, the set E is said to be alpha translation congruent to F if there exists a partition of E such that En plus n alpha is measurable partition of F. It is called Z translation congruent if alpha is 1. Next, we define dilation congruent. E is said to be dilation congruent to F if there exists a partition En of E such that 2 to the power n En is a measurable partition of F. We define alpha translation generator of R if En plus n alpha is measurable partition of R. And if alpha is 1, then we say that E is Z translation generator of R. And we have a characterization of wavelet set, that a measurable set W is a wavelet set if and only if it is both 2 pi translation congruent and dilation congruent to the set minus 2 pi union pi to pi, where this set is also known as Shannon set. A measurable set F of E is an H frame wavelet set if it is 2 pi translation congruent to 0 to pi and 2 to the power m is a measurable partition of R of E. Now we proceed further. Let tau from R to S and delta from R minus 0 to S be maps defined by tau of x is x plus 2k pi and delta of x is 2 to the power jx, where S is this Shannon set and k and j are the unique integers such that the image falls in the set E. Suppose F is a frame wavelet set, then delta restricted to F is a measurable bijection and tau restricted to F is a measurable injection. Thus, the map H, which is the composition of delta inverse and tau from E to E, is a measurable injection. Now we consider a bijective map Xi from E to 0 when defined in this manner. That pi to pi is sent to x upon 2 pi and x in minus 2 pi minus pi sent to this. Then the composition of map xi inverse with hf and then with xi is a measurable injection, and this map is said to be frame induced monomorphism. For the frame wavelet set f. If E is a fixed H wavelet set in reducing space and F be any frame wavelet set, then then delta and tau are maps in which delta is bijection, but tau is a measurable injection. And we define HF, which is composition of this map. Then this is an injective map, and with the help of this map, we define HF tilde from 01 to 01 and call this map H frame induced monomorphism. We fix the notation II, which is the measurable partition of 01, which corresponds to a fixed E. Whenever we fix a E, then we can have HF tilde. Then we find, then this result, let F be an H frame wavelet set, then there is a measurable partition IIK of each II such that the map HF tilde can be given as 2 to the power k x minus I, where this notation gives is the fractional part of x. Moreover, if H is a map from 01 to 01 defined in the same manner, then there exists a frame wavelet set F such that H is same as HF tilde for almost everywhere. This theorem generalizes two results which is earlier obtained in references 8 and 9, and it is as we have that construction of injective map is quite easier, then we can have a construction of frame wavelet sets with this map. Now we give some example to illustrate the result, in which we consider the Hardy space H2 for which E is 0 infinity, and we consider an H2 wavelet set E is equal to 2 pi 4 pi. Then this map is given, then the map Xi is given by x upon 2 pi minus 1, and the corresponding H2 frame induced monomorphism is found to be 2 to the power k x plus 1. For example, if we choose F to be this set, then the frame wavelet set is found to be this, where 2 to the power minus k minus 1 x plus 1, where n is a integer. Conversely, if we have a injective map defined in this, then we have a frame wavelet set which is found in this case found to be this. Now we study the symmetric portion. If H is in frame induced isomorphism defined on measurable partition IIK and J of 0 half, then we have that H is given, the monomorphism is given by this equation where J and I have this relation that Jij is equal to 1 minus Iik. And this only happens if and only if the set F is a frame wavelet set. For illustration, we have chosen a different reducing space in which E is given as this, and H wavelet set E is taken to be minus 3 pi comma 2 pi union 2 pi comma 3 pi. And in this case, Xi is given by this formula, and the partition of I01 is taken to be uh, I minus 1, which is 0 to 0 half, and I2 is half 1. And in this case, if F is considered to be this set, then the in frame induced monomorphism is given by this equation. So these are the references in which the main result which is generalized can be found in this and this. Thank you.
Hello. Just please
Yes.
show the reference of the last paper.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir.
सीजीएस यादव साहब कौन है? जीसीएस यादव पूछो जरा।
Is there any question, sir?
जीसीएस यादव साहब कौन है ये?
Am I audible?
गाइड है क्या ये?
हेलो स्वाति मैम,
Yes, sir.
ये GCS यादव हु इज?
He is my senior, and he is now assistant professor in University of Allahabad main campus.
उन्होंने रिसर्च किसके साथ?
Gyan Chandra Singh Yadav.
यादव जी ने रिसर्च किसके साथ किया है?
इन्होंने श्रीवास्तव
श्रीवास स्वाति मैम, आपका रिसर्च किसके साथ है? सुपरवाइजर नेम?
Sir, he is Professor K.K. Azad. Gyan Chandra Singh Yadav is my senior, and he is also working on the same field of wavelet.
ठीक है।
This now the paper is, these two results was found when I was JRF or SRF, and then I was also he also helped me in the paper.
What is the title of your thesis?
टाइटल ऑफ योर थीसिस? स्वाति श्रीवास्तव।
The last two papers which are in the references is in my thesis.
नो, टाइटल ऑफ योर थीसिस।
Title of my thesis is on wavelet sets. On wavelet sets.
ओके स्वाति श्रीवास्तव।
On wavelet sets. इसका टाइटल नहीं आता।
नहीं याद है।
चलो भैया सबको बुलाओ। लंच कहाँ से करेंगे पहले से? क्या नोटिस गया उसमें से केस गया उसमें नहीं सर हम मेंबर हुआ तो भाई क्या यूजर क्या किस टाइम है तो साइन करते कल तो एक ही घंटा लगा आ जाए ड्राइवर ही बोल रहा कल है ना वो आपका टिप्पण है ना 4 बजे से दफ्तर से जाएंगे आप तो है ही सब लोग से बढ़िया भी और कौन सा सही लोग हैं और मैडम है तो कम थोड़ा मुझे नहीं यहाँ वाले मेंबर हो ना यहाँ वाले मेंबर है हाँ यहाँ वाले आज दिखा दो सर वीडियो बढ़िया चलिए करेंगे स्टार्ट क्या लेकिन हाँ कंप्रेस सेक्रेटरी सर कह रहे हैं कि आप हटा लीजिए सेक्रेटरी जो भी हो मैंने उसके लिए वो नहीं करी पालसी को फॉलो करना पालसी क्यों ना होगा उसका मैसेज किया अच्छा नहीं ठीक है उसके लिए आपने दूसरी ठीक है आपकी रिपोर्ट जाओ भेजना नहीं पॉलिसी हमारी कमेंट है तो आपको अगर वो सर्विस करना है इसमें ये इसका तो अब आपके जो होता है तभी सारे नहीं कॉल ले देंगे टाइम यूज हो तो बहुत काम होता है बहुत गुड पर काम तो होता है उसका थोड़ा सा ये भी है पोर्टल डेवलप करें ऑनलाइन सबमिशन हो ऑनलाइन बहुत काम करना आगे भेजना 2-3 लोग ये काम एक स्थिति ऐसी आने वाली है घूमने और साथ में कैसे लगे कि इसकी क्वालिटी को भी इम्प्रूव काफ़ी इम्प्रूव हुई और इसकी इंडेक्सिंग इस पर काम ठीक है डेकोरेट करो, बैठना बैठना और फुल्ली कुक दो, फुल्ली कुक दो। हमें अपनी छोटियों की मीटिंग जो करनी है उसे बीस का चक्कर है सही छोटा बड़ा तो साथ में मीटिंग करते हैं वो मीटिंग को
हाँ मैडम कहाँ है कहाँ कहाँ बताइए अच्छा 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 आइए ठीक
बड़ी कोई फोन तो नहीं है क्या करो हमारे मेम्बर
पाठक जी जो आपके यहाँ मेंबर्स हैं उनको और जो नहीं है उनको बनवाइए
सोसाइटी के कितने मेंबर हैं इंडियन में तो सोसाइटी के बाद दूसरे मेंबर हाँ वो समझ में दिक्कत नहीं
500 लोग
हाँ जितने मेंबर इंडियन मैनेजमेंट सोसाइटी के पास सेट हैं उसके बाद दूसरी कोई मैनेजमेंट पुरानी भी हाँ पुरानी भी पॉलिसी जो आई है ये आपने जो प्राइस वाला कैंसिलेशन डोनेट
गांधी आप तो लाइव मेंबर हैं, बैठिए। जो लोग लाइव मेंबर हैं वो लोग बैठे। क्या पता चला? हाँ,
उसको अपने बात बनाए, यही सही फोरम, यही सही फोरम है। आज
उसका ऑटोमेटिक चला, मतलब नाम सही है, अलॉटमेंट सही है।
रजिस्ट्रेशन
आप दे सकते हैं।
शेयर एक्सचेंज कर लीजिए। आगे आ जाओ।
जो मेंबर्स हैं वो प्लीज यहाँ स्टे करें, जो नहीं है वो प्लीज थोड़ी देर के लिए, सॉरी मैम। अब लोग कहाँ हैं? बुलाओ। काम कर दो। अभी conference during November 16, 17 November 2019, but these 2020, I'm sorry, 2020. But the situation was so grim that we had to postpone it, and ultimately it was decided that we will be organizing a webinar. So it is great to see everybody here, and we are again in a position that we are organizing the central body meeting of Bharat Ganesh Parishad. Thank you all of you for being here. So the first point of agenda today is to approve the minutes of the general body meeting held on November 19,